Welcome to Medicated Meditation. We're gonna drink the rest of this water here, and we're gonna smoke this, and we're gonna talk about moderation. It's 4:20 right now. 4:20. It's moderation. I remember always hearing that. Everything in moderation. You know, like you do everything, you try everything, but just in moderation, right? Because if you do it too much, you're gonna burn it out, or you're gonna get sick, or something, right? Or you're gonna get, I don't know, something's gonna happen to you. What do you think? Everything in moderation? 419. You know, okay, or you know, you know, then your tolerance is not so high, maybe, or something. You know, or you guess, you know, a good rule of thumb is to drink lots of water in between, you know. But moderation, like, I'm not really good at that one. That's, you know, that'd be a good one to figure out. So, okay, well, how about this one? I have a friend who really followed this rule of thumb. He believed that he wouldn't smoke until he accomplished things. So you had like small tasks throughout the day, right? So he wouldn't smoke until he like made his bed, drank his coffee, did all his like chores, got, you know, his day laid out and whatever he did, and then he would smoke. But if he, you know, and then like whatever, he play music or whatever, do like the thing. It would be like a reward. Or he, like, when he'd go hiking, he wouldn't smoke until he got to the top of the mountain. It's like a reward, you know, and then you really feel it or something, you know. So it's like you can do it as like a, you know, you can set yourself up for a creative act. You know, you can medicate yourself in moderation, I guess. Or you could, you know, maybe that's one way of moderating if you're recreationaling too much. Are you recreationalizing too much? I don't know. What's too much? That's everybody's own opinion. I'm not here to tell you. Then how did he get down? Man, sometimes he was like really up at the top of the high of the mountain. The top of the high. He was on the most high. And in the gullies, there was snow. And so he like slid down on his shoes. He called it like glaciating. Was that what he would do? He had some really nice big Basque, like waterproof shoes. And he was like fucking skis, dude. It was so fun. Have you ever done that? It's called glaciating, where you just fucking wear some nice waterproof shoes and you like in the springtime. And you go down the gully and you get down like in half the time. You know, you gotta like do a little backcountry, switch back, do a little thing, get to the trail and know where you're going. But he's the best. But he was a good friend of mine, a friend in Yosemite. He really had it down. You know, and he was really good at conserving weed back then too. I don't even think he smokes anymore. He was like one of those guys that was like, I'm not doing this forever. This is just something I do right now. You know. I'm like, hey, you did ski backwards once. What? How did you do that? How did you do that? Hey, so, you know, moderation. What do you think? You know, I'm really good at eating bananas in moderation. You know, like I'm really good at eating vegetables in moderation. I'm trying to be good at eating tater tots in moderation. Perfect. You know, sometimes you just gotta look the other way. You gotta be like, you know, this is moderate. There's people out there stuffing their faces full of tater tots every day. And just because I want to eat them like once or twice a week doesn't mean it's that bad. And then you gotta go, I gotta go exercise. Hey man, I'm really good at taking showers in moderation. You like excessive occasionally? Yeah, too much of everything is just enough, right? It's all relative. It's all somebody's relative, somebody's related to somebody. You know, you got the two faces, right? Sometimes you gotta be a little crazy and animalistic, and sometimes you gotta be all Buddha. You're like, right now, I'm walking this path, but tomorrow I'm gonna get fucked up. You know, because sometimes that's what it takes. Sometimes you're the Buddha, and you're like, I'm breathing. I'm Wim Hof, I'm calm, and my cholesterol's nice. But then sometimes, hello! But then sometimes, you know, sometimes you gotta just do the thing with the stuff and the people and the places, and you just, you know, but you burn it out. That's another thing too, is like, you know, you could not moderate it enough. Moderation. Moderate? Are you moderating? You can do it. You can lack in moderation so much that you burn it out. You're like, I'm done. I can't. This doesn't do anything for me anymore. I'm sorry. I need a new thing. Gateway drug. You know, you're like, I need a new thing. I need something stronger. I need a gate. Hey, Rigo. I'm good at being moderately motivated. You know, see, that's what I'm talking about. It's all perspectives. I'm moderately good at sleeping. Wait, no, I sleep in moderation. Yeah. You know, sometimes I lay down and I'm like, no, not right now. Not yet. Like, maybe later. Maybe. I'm just gonna stay alive for like another 10 hours. Well, we've been going for 13 hours and 10 minutes, but I just turned on Facebook and YouTube and stuff. Hello, welcome to Medicated Meditation, and we're talking about moderation. Do you do things in moderation, like drink juice? Do you drink juice in moderation? I can't remember the last time I had some. You know, I had one of those green drinks. You ever drink those? They're like the super green food stuff with all the stuff and the things and the. Those are good. There's too much sugar, but they're good. I drink those in moderation. Any expensive health food, I totally eat in moderation. Like kale, moderation. You know, I hope to grow some and then like fix that, because I don't want to eat kale in moderation. I don't want to eat kale in moderation. You know, I want kale to have a permanent home in my belly. Like it's a nice thing to clean the walls of my stomach. Maybe. I don't know. Does it do that? What's kale do? Have we read the medicinal quality of kale yet? Or chard? Does chard have medicinal qualities? I have chard seeds. We have lip balm. Lemon balm. Kale chips. Kale chips are not. That's not kale. That's all the nutritional value taken out of kale. And it's a husk. It's like a crunch. It's a little. It's gone. It's not. That's not. Kale chips are fucking delicious, but they're not food. There's no nutritional value left. You dehydrated them. I ate it. The best way to eat kale is you just stir some like fresh chopped kale into some rice that's just been cooked. Like right at the end of rice cooking, you just throw it under there and you close the lid for like 2 minutes. Just let it sit in there. It steams it just enough. And it makes the rice good. And it's got all the nutritional value right there. Or eat it raw kale. You know what the problem is with kale? Everyone gets the wrong kind. Get that Lasiato kale, the dino kale. It's super tender and soft and like yummy. Everyone gets that stupid Russian kale. I'm sorry, Russia, but Russian kale is for like soup. It's like you cook it. It's for cooking. Like you have to put it in stir fries and shit. You cook it down. But like if you want to eat fresh kale, eat the Lasiato kale or dino kale. It's dark green and it's got all the bumps on it. The little ridges, the little bumps. That kale is delicious and has all the nutrition. I don't know about that other shit. Don't eat that other shit. There's like 4 different kinds of kales in your grocery store. I used to be a grocery store produce manager. I'd order produce. And that's what the one thing I learned first is you got to get the right kind of kale. And I don't think Russian kale is, it's the lasiado. I think that's what it's called. Or better known as dino kale. If you go to the grocery store, ask them, do you have dino kale? Seriously, it's like broccoli, but way better. And then you just take out the little spines, and it's like, you don't even have to cook it. You could put it in juice. That's the cool thing about kale is you can just juice it, and it's I drink juice in moderation, but I wish I didn't. We have a juicer. Apple, carrot, ginger, beet. Do you do something in moderation? What do you do in moderation? Do you smoke? I know you smoke weed in moderation, huh? You probably do. You're like, I just smoke once a day when I get home from work. It's to relax me, Michael. I don't smoke it right when I wake up in the morning. How many of you smoke right when you wake up in the morning? How many of you smoke right with coffee? Because that's where I'm at every day, right here. I'm right here, coffee. Smoking and drinking coffee right at this location. Come on over, follow me. It's not just an app for video games. There's like different categories and stuff with art, music, and all that good stuff. I'm in a tree over there. It's great. Or just eat broccoli or spinach. Or, yeah. But broccoli and spinach is not really high, and you have to eat a lot of it. I think. I don't know. Yeah, see, that's the difference. That's the thing. Is like everybody, it's different for everyone, you know? Because I think, truly this is what I believe. If you crave something, eat it. Like sometimes I crave broccoli. Or I crave kale because I know what, and now that I know what's in it, it's like iron and all this stuff, all these vitamins I need, right? Like, oh, that's why I crave it. Like I crave basil. You know what I mean? I crave basil. And one time I looked in this Chinese medicine book. It was one of those big Chinese medicine books at the health food store. It's like the reference book. You're all like, whoa, what the? But I was like, what is basil good for? I've always wondered, and I crave it all the time. Out my whole life of smoking pot, I craved basil. And the first thing it said, right there, under basil, one of the only known herbs to cleanse the receptors of THC, your THC receptors. Like it said that in there. Clean the brain of THC or build up or some shit like that. I can't remember. It's been forever and I'm a stoner. But I remember it saying that basil was one of the only herbs that cleaned your system from weed. And I'm like, no wonder. I just want to eat pesto nonstop. I can't get enough pesto. So I think like whatever you're craving, you know, like is there a vegetable you're craving? Then that's probably what you need. Like if you're craving cabbage, you're like, I just have to have purple cabbage. I don't know why. Then that's probably what you need, right? But you could probably overdo that. You'd be like too much cabbage or something. Then you have to eat your cabbage in moderation. You're like, oh man, I really love cabbage, but I can't have cabbage pie or cabbage cereal, cabbage bread, cabbage soup anymore because it's too much. It makes you gassy. Yeah, you know what? Fast food in moderation. I think most of us know that one, right? It's too easy. It's too easy. My cabbages! Did you think? Grilled mushrooms, then you need some mushrooms, baby. What kind of mushrooms, though? Not for you anymore. I don't live anywhere near fast food, so yeah, it's not really... Yeah, fast foods, I mean, if you're around it, if it was down the block for me, I could just go, oh, you got any change? Oh, here's $1. Oh, I got enough for a burrito. And just 2 minutes away. It's really easy to do. It becomes like a habit almost. You're like, oh, I just cruise over and get a burrito real quick. I'm like, this is easy. My roommate made a really good point the other day. He was talking about like if you just cook your own food, then you can eat whatever, because fast food and shitty food is like that's just it. It's shittily prepared with shitty ingredients. But if like nobody cooks fried chicken, you know what I mean? Like it takes a lot to fucking make fried chicken. Like you couldn't make fried chicken every night unless you're like, I don't know, grandma something making fried chicken down south. I don't know. But you know what I mean? Like it takes a lot to fucking make fried chicken. So you're not going to make it all the time, but like you can have it. That's moderation, You can eat it if you make it. It's like then the ingredients are going to be a lot better for one, and it's usually from scratch or something. So that's kind of a moderate thing. That's kind of moderation, like eat whatever you want as long as you prepare it yourself. Got you looking up kale, Laciado kale or something. Dino kale, so good. You know what one of my favorite things is rainbow chard, and I'm gonna try to grow some. I have a bunch of seeds. Rainbow chard, man, that stuff. I could eat that all day. There's something about that. There's certain vegetables I crave. Squashes, nah, not really. A spaghetti squash. I really like spaghetti squash. I crave that. But that's more nostalgic. I ate that a lot when I was young for some reason. But like vegetables, I really crave broccoli a lot. Broccoli is a big one. Chards, broccolis, kales, peas, snap peas. Oh, this is the summer. And beans, and like fresh green beans. Oh, yeah, fresh green beans. Gardening. Ugh. I garden in moderation. I try to do it, but I'm too busy streaming. Do it in the evening. Snap. Yeah, so it's the snap peas. Yeah, those are good. Cauliflower is really good. I like that, but I'm not really. It's like broccoli without green, kind of. It's denser or something. But I'm not like I like those little patty pan squashes, and I like lemon and cucumbers a lot. Also, if I could grow Armenian cucumbers. You ever had those Armenian cucumbers? Those really long ones that are like have the ridges on the outside. Oh, they're so delicious. Oh, they're so good. You can eat the outside and everything. Oh, it's so good. Those are the best. Avocado, yes. Even avocado a day in moderation. It's only $1. Come on. Shit. How much is an avocado where you live right now? I could definitely eat avocados in moderation. They're too expensive. Any chance I get to eat one, I'm like, oh, can I get some of that avocado? They're $1 right now. Avocados are so good. Moderation, yeah. I think distraction is good for moderation. Ooh, coffee. If you just do what you're gonna do and then you distract yourself from stuff, then it's easier to be moderate with things. I think when you have too much time or idle hands, you can overindulge in things. Because the opposite of moderation would be just, overindulgent. Too much of everything is just enough, So, distraction is the key. Here's the solution, folks. Distract yourself with art. Go buy some fucking books and fill them up with words. Go read a fucking book. If you're doing something creative, or if you're moving your body and building some shit, or if you're doing some kind of activity, if you're moving around, if you're doing it, you can distract yourself successfully. And that is the key for me. Distraction. It goes really well with moderation. Because if I don't want to do something, I just have to distract myself from doing it. Like right now, I'm talking so much that I'm not even smoking this. Did you see how many times it went out? In the last 15 minutes? I can't even smoke this thing. Congratulations, you finished work. Roll one up and smoke with us. Cheers. Distraction is a great point. Yeah. So if you can find something you love, something you enjoy doing that doesn't involve drugs or whatever it is you need to distract. Drug. It doesn't involve food or whatever it is, the thing that you're overindulging in. If you can just distract yourself from it, or recognize the healthy overindulgences. Like, man, I would really like to overindulge in some water right now. Right? Well, thanks for joining me for this medicated meditation. If you have a topic, that would be great. What should we talk about in the next medicated meditation? If you're not on Twitch, just come find me on Twitch. I'm over there right now. I'm live. And we'll see you later, YouTubes. See you later, Facebooks. Desi, everybody, thank you for stopping by. I love you. You're awesome. Come over to Twitch. I'm live right now.